If you're like most agents, you're tired of filling out contracts. Tons of pages that you have to print out, tons of forms that you don't understand. Well, we've got an easier solution. Messer Financial has just introduced online contracting, which will allow you to do all your contracts at once. Hello and welcome to Messer Financial's online contracting tutorial. Today we're going to discuss the Messer Financial online contracting system and how you can utilize it to eliminate all of the paperwork that you're used to having to do with a regular contract. For each contract that you fill out, you've got to answer all of the basic questions as well as the background questions, in addition to figuring out where to put your signature and where to put your information. Messer Online Contracting eliminates all of that and saves you time by asking all of those questions just once and then pre-filling all of the contracts that you'd like. So, in essence, you can contract with every carrier in Messer Financial's portfolio by filling out just one online contract. Very efficient, very friendly for time savings and expense. You spend a lot of money on ink cartridges. You spend a lot of time filling out the same thing over and over for each contract. It can be frustrating. There can be errors where you have to fill out a contract multiple times if you ever filled something out in the wrong place, and it certainly is tedious work. The new way to contract through Messer Financial's online system allows you to enter all your information just one time for all of the insurance carriers. Simply check each contract that you would like, and the system automatically takes your information and pre-fills the contract for you. Once the electronic process is complete, you only need to submit a few documents via scan or fax, and the system will prompt you for those forms. A signature form where you'll sign in a white box, and that signature will then be dropped on all of the contracts that you filled out in the appropriate places. You'll send in any applicable state licenses for both your resident and non-resident states that you'd like, and if the contract calls for it, you can send in your errors and omissions cover page. The system will save all of these documents so you never need to fill those out and send those in the future. If you ever want to do a new contract, you simply sign back into the system, check the box for the new contract that you want, and you're done in less than 2 minutes. This entire online process can be completed in 6 easy steps. So let's walk you through those today to show you how to do that. Alright, so the first thing that we want to do is open up a web browser and go to this website, https://appoint.cmsmenu.com/clients/messer/mainpage.asp. Another way to get here is by going to the Messer Financial website, clicking on Agent Resources, and clicking on Online Contracting, the first link in the top left under the Agent Resources menu. As you can see, it brings us back to the same website, and that way you don't have to remember that web address every time. Alright, so the first thing that we want to do after we arrive at the online contracting website is under First Time User, click on Register Your Account Here. Once we click on Register Your Account Here under First Time Users, it's going to ask us for some basic information. So we want to put in our first name, our last name, our email address, a user ID, which is going to signify your user ID from now on. So you want to create something that is easy to remember. Your password, again, create something that's easy for you to remember. Verify the password, so just type it again. You want to create a PIN number for yourself and verify that PIN number. and then click on the Register button. Alright, so once we're finished creating our username and password, it'll take us back to this screen. And once we're here, we're just going to put our user ID in and our password that we created and click Sign In. As soon as we sign in, it'll bring us to this menu, the main menu. And the first thing that you need to do once you're in here is click on Start Contracting Questions. Once you select that, you see all of the different contracting questions it'll take you through. This initial process takes about 30 to 40 minutes, but bear in mind you'll only have to do this one time ever. Once this information is in the system, it'll automatically pre-fill any contract that you do from now on. Of course, if your address changes or anything else, you can always go back in here and change things, but this will save all of your information so that all of the contracts will have the same information pre-filled into them. Final step you'll need to complete in order to finish your online contract is to fill out this signature page that you see in front of you that acknowledges that your signature will be placed in all of the areas of the contracts that you pre-selected. You will also need to send in your individual licenses or your agency licenses for the states in which you'd like to do business, and also your errors and omissions deck page if any of the contracts that you've selected require errors and omissions coverage. We will correspond with you from MESSER Financial Group if we don't receive these in the required 7-day period in order to let you know that we're still waiting on them. But the best thing to do is just to take care of it as soon as you fill out your online contract, sign the form, and fax it back to the fax number that you see right there on the signature page. That'll take care of everything, and your contracts will then be processed. If you ever do need to contract with a different carrier after you've submitted all of your contracting questions, you simply need to click on Submit New Contract Request, check the box for the appropriate carrier, and then click Submit, and that contract will be submitted for you. It's a simple process, it's easy to do, it's easy to maintain, and we think it'll save you lots of time and money in both the short and the long run. So now we've gone through the online contracting process. If you need any help or assistance in filling out your online contract beyond this tutorial, please feel free to call us at 866-568-9649. We'll get someone on the phone that can help walk you through it. We appreciate your business and look forward to continuing our relationship and helping you close more sales.